Hi, Pisces. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to do your weekly reading. I know it's late, babies. I know it's late, but it's here, okay? Better late than never. So don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. If you want me to read you at the end of any of my lives, that information is going to be in any of the live videos that I put up, including whatever live video I'm currently doing, has the information in there if you're interested in that. And then when I go live, the information shows up in the chat as well. Okay, the moderators put in the chat. Okay, so the name of this reading is called Beyond the Surface. It will have a different title when it goes live because I'm waiting to see what the message is that Spirit wants to give you first, Pisces, before I put a title to it. But the actual name of it is Beyond the Surface because we're going to take a look at your person and see how they see you, what you look like through their eyes. Okay? All right, here we go. So you already had a card that fell, but I'm about to get another one. Okay? Okay. So bottom of the deck, let's start with the bottom of the deck. It says, it's safe for you to love. It says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So Spirit is telling you to open up, Pisces, because you got somebody come. I hear 1 in a million, the old 1 in a million back in the day. Who was that? Was that Lou Rawls that sang that song? I think so. So this person that's coming, they threw that out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting that. So they're telling you that the person that is coming into your life, Pisces, is going to be 1 in a million. They're not going to be like anybody, okay? Because I'm also hearing the other song, the one that Leah did on her last album, which said, your love is 1 in a million. It goes on and on and on. That's what I hear. So you give me a real good feeling. I hadn't heard that in a long time. All day long. Yeah, those caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that. So they introduced some new songs into the mix. So the first card that fell, the one that fell while I was shuffling the deck, it says this could be the one. It says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. So some of y'all already know who your person is, okay? It might have been a shock to you when that person showed up in your life, but Spirit is telling you, you already know who it is. You might not have known at the time that it was them, or you may not have been activated. Like the two of you may not have been activated yet. Like what I talk about when I mean activation is like, let's talk about the twin, the old person, because I got to give you something that you can understand what I'm talking about, because some of y'all have not met your person yet, or you don't realize that it's them. You haven't been activated to realize it is them. So with the old person, right? Some of y'all with this old person, they just may have seen like just some regular run-of-the-mill person, right? Until one day something happened and something clicked. And then all of a sudden you started feeling a certain way about this person. You started liking them or whatever. This doesn't, the activation I'm talking about does not occur in normal connections. Because I keep telling you, we're divine counterparts. We're ascendant masters. So the activation I'm talking about is when whatever's supposed to go down. Because just like you got a soul contract with this new person, you had one with the old one too, until they decided to not fulfill their end of the bargain. And so once that happened, they became only, a karmic connection. That's only a lesson. And now you have this new person coming in, because Spirit is not going to allow you to go through this life alone as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do. Okay? All right. So the activation I'm talking about is when it's time for the two of you to come together and you realize that this is a connection that has is grounded in like spirit, is spiritually grounded, right? So it's like I said, you and this person vibe on every level, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, with this new person, right? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So to clarify, we have hammer. It says focus, impact, precision. It says a well-aimed blow is worth 100 random strikes. Know exactly where to apply your force. So I feel like Spirit is telling you that this person that's coming into your life could be the one if you decide. That's why they're saying it could be, because it's up to you to decide. You both have to make the decision to be in a connection with each other, right? Then with the hammer, Spirit is telling you to know exactly where to apply your force. Like, to, you got to choose. You got to figure out who the person is. And like I told you, you may have 50 people in your face, Pisces, but the person that you belong with, it's like in the movies, they're showing me somebody like a room full of women, right? And there's a spotlight coming down on one woman and she got a red dress on. This is what they're showing me. So guys, women, flip it and make it a man in a, I don't know, make it a man in a black suit. Let's just say that, okay? Because I don't think y'all want your man to wear a red suit. So saying all of this to say, it's like in the movies that light signifies, right? That's the person, that person stands out from everybody else in the room. And I feel like that's what's going to happen when you realize it's your person. Like, you could have all these people in your face, but one person is going to be the one where you like, I just feel it. I just know intuitively from your head to your toes. Okay. All right. Then we have true love. It says this is the romance of a lifetime. Okay. So like I keep telling y'all, this ain't something you want to pass up on. You at least want to be nosy and see what the hell going on. Right. So we have coffee maker that clarifies it. And it says awakening energy flow. It says something crucial is brewing, set to stream into your future. And that's your person. It's true love. And they're bringing true love, right? I hear real love. I'm searching for a real love. Someone to set my heart free. Real love. I'm not going to sing all that other because she get high and I'm not going to do that. Okay, so you got somebody amazing, basically, Pisces, that's about to step into your life. And so you need to prepare for that, right? Because think about it. Somebody that's going out on stage, right, to perform, they don't say, okay, I'm finna go sing. Let me put my, let me leave the curlers in my hair and leave on my damn house robe and let me just go on out there. You got to prepare yourself for this person, just like this person is preparing themselves for you. But this is more energetically, and you doing the healing and all the things that you need to do for yourself, but you doing it for yourself, right? And as an offshoot of that, right? This person is going to benefit from that, just like you're going to benefit from the things that they're doing, work they're doing on themselves. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get these cards. Let's see what else Spirit wants to tell you. Okay, so I'm just going to pull the cards and then we're going to talk about them, okay? Card 1. Card 2. Card 3. And card number 4. Oh, okay. So, that's when I cracked the deck. This is what I saw. Justice, Libra energy, right? Balance. This is also talking about you getting your just desserts, right? And your person getting theirs as well. So you and this person have been through a lot when it comes to your love life. And like I said, when the time comes and it's time for the two of you the two of you to come together, you're going to reap what you've sown, okay? It's going to be equal love, equal give and take with the 6 of Pentacles, okay? This person watches you with the Page of Swords. Air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Also, the old one watches you as well. With the 2 of Wands, you are going to have to make a decision. You and this person are at a distance for a lot of you. For a very small amount of you, you could be near each other. Okay, like I told you, you looking at this person as being far off, but Spirit is telling you that they're right around the corner and you just don't see it with the moon here. Okay, all right. So Spirit is telling you with the Strength card, Leo energy, this is about you, believing in yourself, building up your courage and inner strength in order to be able to step into this connection. Okay, all right, let's clarify. Clarify justice. Okay, so to clarify justice, the first card that fell was soulmate bond. It says, when you know, you just know. This soulmate connection is deep and real. It's that no explanation needed kind of love, okay? So what I just told you, I said you're going to know from the top of your head to the tips of your toes that this is your person, right? Then we also have dirty laundry coming out here. It says They thought they buried it deep, but old messes have a way of resurfacing, and this one's messy enough to leave a stain. So this is that old person, right? They shit the bed. This is what they're giving me. They shit the bed, and you can't get the fucking, you still can't get the stain out your fucking sheets, right? For a lot of you, you probably threw them away. I don't know why Spirit is giving me this. Is what they're giving me, right? So probably to wake y'all up. That's what I hear. So this is about you realizing anybody that would do that, because to me the equivalent of somebody shitting the bed is just somebody just shitting all on you, doing all kinds of stuff, breaking your heart, you know, stepping on your toes, doing whatever they can to hurt you. And so knowing that somebody has that type of they move in that way, you know, that's why I said I think it's crazy that this person thinks that they can come back and they think that you don't know what the fuck is going on, right? They act like, you know, I don't know, like you, I don't know, like that. I don't know if this person thinks you stupid. I just think this person thinks that they're the smartest person in the room, right? But you're not focusing on that anymore. This is what you're focusing on. It says future spouse, marriage material, soulmate, energy, forever vibes. It's all here. Now it's up to you to nurture it. So that's what you're working on. So Spirit is just going to put you and your person in this connection and step back. And the two of you are going to have to figure it out, okay? That's why the healing and all these things that Spirit talks about, that's why it's so important, because those are going to be some of the tools you're going to have to use. Because I told you, just because you healing now don't mean you ain't ever going to have to heal again, because things are going to happen. Things are going to come up from the past. You know, Spirit is not asking that you clear out every single thing from your past, because you'll be here forever, right? So as those things come up in your relationship, when the two of you come together, because I told you the closer you come to somebody, the more your shit's going to come up, their shit's going to come up. That's why you got to go slow, so the both of you have a chance to deal with what you got to deal with, and you don't allow it to destroy the relationship, okay? All right. So the first card that fell, it talks about first glance. It says this card shows their first impression of you, the feeling they get right when they see you. So we've got the world showing up here. This is all signs. It's talking about, you know, closing out old cycles. I also feel like this is your person realizing like how strong you are, Pisces. You know, the things that you've gone through and how you are making lemonade out of the lemons that you were given in this lifetime, okay? Also with the world, you know, you are overcoming personal challenges, opening up new doors and opportunities for yourself, and this person is watching while you do this, okay? All right, because I just showed you the Page of Swords, right? Let's clarify. Hold on. Okay, let's get this old shit out the way first. So you got this motherfucker that cheated, okay? Either cheated, this could be your dusty and crusty Pisces, or this person's dusty and crusty, or both of you. You had one of the both of you had somebody in your energy that was a cheater, that may have cheated on you, that pulled you into, you know, situationship. And this is about you saying no to this person, right? These are the things that you're working on healing, right? With the world, the you know, closing out old cycles, this old cycle of dealing with situationships and people who, like I said, shit the bed, shit all on you, whatever you want to call it, and pull you into things that you don't ask for, okay? Then we've got mind connection here. It says you could talk for hours and still not run out of things to explore. This connection keeps you intellectually stimulated and mentally nourished. So that's one of the things your person is going to see about you and them when the two of you converse, you talk together, you spend time together, is that you have a meeting of the minds. And because I feel like with this person, they could have air in their chart, right? You could have some air as well. This is somebody where it's not just the looks, it's not just the emotion, it's not just those things. They got to connect with you mentally as well, okay? This is not somebody, they don't suffer fools. That's what I feel, that's what I hear. They don't suffer fools lightly, okay? All right, so next card that we have here, it says what connects you. It says this is what makes them feel they can relate to you. It's something about you that feels familiar or just clicks with them. And we've got the Queen of Swords, air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. See, I can't make it up. Didn't I just say your person probably got air, or you got air, or both of you do? Okay, so with the Queen of Swords, This is talking about the fact that the both of you have a lot of skeletons in your closet, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I don't mean that in a bad way. You've had shit happen to you. So this is about you healing, digging that shit up, and taking them damn bones and throwing them out, or flushing them down the toilet, or whatever the hell you gonna do, throwing them in the trash, taking the trash out, and learning the lessons. You're not supposed to hold on to the other shit. You're supposed to just learn the lessons, take the lessons with you, and leave all that other shit behind. I hear bag lady or bag man. You gonna miss your bus. You can't hurry up because you've got too much stuff. I don't know why Spirit haven't sing these songs. So Spirit is telling you, don't be a bag lady or a bag man. Get rid of the things that you need to get rid of so you can lighten your load. Because I keep telling y'all, life is not supposed to be this heavy. But it is, because we all been hanging on to shit we shouldn't have been hanging on to, okay? You've been in connections with people where there's no strings attached, right? Or you thought there were strings attached, but the other person, or the other person allowed you to believe that there were strings attached, but in all actuality, you were just settling, right? So it says you're not content. You're convinced this is the best you'll ever get. If you knew something better was coming, would you still stay? So this old person is numbing out, okay? Because they want to bring you back into this same fucking dynamic, have you settle for them when you could be in this beautiful connection with this other person where you and them are like this. Why would you want, I hear, oh God, I hear the Price is Right. Come on down. I don't know why God gets Spirit is saying you gotta come on down, because you're gonna have to choose what you decide. Do you want this old crazy shit? You know how they give you on the Price is Right? They'll give you one prize and then they give you another one that's even better, like way better than the initial one, right? So this is about seeing that this is a worthless prize. Who the fuck want this, right? Who the fuck want this same old? But see, this person, they are, what is the word? Deluding themselves into thinking that all they got to do is show up and look cute or whatever the fuck goes through their minds, and that you just gonna fall back into their laps just like nothing happened, right? Anyway, so the next card 3, it says, what do they find intriguing? It says, here's where they find you intriguing. It could be the way you hold back a little, or that they sense you have a deeper story. Okay, so we got the Page of Wands, fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This can talk about, I feel like the conversation between the both of you, that, when the two of you talk to each other, it's a lot of good news. It's a lot of positive interaction between the both of you, right? You're excited to be around each other, and this person's excited. They find that intriguing, because I feel like whatever way they feel about you, they may have never felt this way around somebody, and I feel like you're going to feel the same way. A lot of excitement, a lot of passion between the both of you, right? Like, not your normal level of passion. That's why for a lot of you, this is going to start out, I told you, at a distance. That's why I showed you the Two of Wands. That talks about distance. It can be physical, it can be emotional, it could be both, right? And so this person finds you intriguing because the way you make, I hear the way you make me feel, Michael Jackson. They give me all these songs, you really turn me on. That's what Spirit is saying. So we got best friend, right? You knock me off my feet now, baby. My lonely days are gone. That's what I hear. So we got best friend. It says you could spend hours doing nothing together and still call it the best day. Just being together is more than enough, okay? So like I said, it doesn't matter. I want to fold clothes with you. I want to make you feel good. That's J. Cole. What is it? I can't remember the other half of the chorus or whatever, but I love that song, because it's a dude, he in love with his woman that much to where he willing to do the things. Some dudes be like, I ain't finna fold no clothes, I'm gonna do this, that, whatever, because J. Cole come off like he a real hard dude. So the fact that he would even do a song like that, to me, it's cool, because he's showing a side of him that he's saying that this woman brings out a side of him that nobody else does. And I feel like that's what's intriguing about your person. That's what intrigues your person about you, is that you make them want to do shit. Because I hear it again, the way you make me feel. So it's like you make them feel like doing shit they never, ever would think that they would do. Okay, so there's a love lessons card. Remember, I just talked about bag lady. So Spirit is telling you, don't let a history of failed relationships get you down. Gather the lessons and ditch the baggage, okay? Then we've got live and learn. It says mistakes were made, but what matters is what's being done differently now. So you just got to realize what you went through in the past, you had to go through it, because I feel like in order to really appreciate this new connection, you had to go through the things you had to go through to realize what you didn't want, what you didn't deserve, and how some of these fucking people move in this lifetime, okay? All right. Last card here, it says their hopes for the future. It says this card looks at what they're hoping for with you, from a close friendship to something more serious. So this person want to take it all away, baby, with the Ace of Cups, okay? They want a fucking long-term relationship with you with the Ace of Cups, okay? They want you and them to get into this connection together and you know, level up together and have this beautiful, just a beautiful relationship, okay? We have breakup talk showing up here. It says, if every argument ends with a breakup ultimatum, you're not resolving anything. You're just reinforcing instability. So, okay, you and this person are going to come together and you're going to be each other's good luck charm, Spirit is saying, and you're going to be making money, making bank. So it says financial flow is increasing. A new level of wealth, power, and confidence is activating. That's one thing Spirit is telling you too. When the right people are, you are surrounded by the right people, your life is going to flourish. That's how you know you with the right people and you're not with the wrong ones. Because when you're with the wrong ones, your money get fucked up. You know, I hear losing jobs. I hear, you know, all types of things start to get taken from you. And I keep telling y'all, if any of y'all want to go back to this person, this ain't for everybody. This is for those of you that run across this video and you're Pisces and you trying to go back to an old person who cheated on you, you know, did all these things, got you settling, right? Numbing out because you don't want nothing to do with their ass anymore, trying to drag you into situationships and stuff. This is what Spirit is telling you. If you do not break up with this person, if you allow this person to come back into your life, not take responsibility for anything and continue to, you know, wreak havoc in your life, you're not going to end up with any of this. You're not going to get none of this. This is what you're going to end up with, okay? You're going to eventually break up with this person, but they not until they've dragged you down and taken everything of yours. Because see, this old person thinks that they're going to come into your life because they know you about to, you know, get rich, you about to hit it. You about to hit it big. And so they thinking they going to be able to come in and sling their arm around your neck and act like they were there the whole time and that they going to get some of this money, right? But I keep telling y'all, if you go back to these old people, Spirit keeps giving you this warning. If you go back to these old motherfuckers, you're going to end up with nothing. I hear that the line again. Everything you think about is going to fail. Everything you think about is going to crumble. That's what I hear from The Color Purple. When Celie is talking to Mr. at the end, when she get in the car and ride off with Suge and her husband. And when she first started talking about it at the table, when she say, until you do right by me, everything you think about gonna fail, it's gonna crumble. But they not giving me that part. They give me the end. Everything you think about gonna fail and crumble, meaning if you get back together with this person, that's what's gonna happen. Okay? All right. Let me see if there's anything else. All right. Anything else, Spirit? Let me get one more. Okay. We got afraid to leave here. It says you're staying because the unknown feels scarier than the unhappiness you've normalized. So some of y'all that are going to watch this video, like I told you, ain't everybody. So if it's not your message, don't take it. This is for those of you that are in a situation with somebody who is doing all these things I just talked about and you're afraid to leave, okay? You're going to have to figure out a way, sweetheart, to love yourself enough to get up out of there, because if you don't, Spirit is telling you, everything you want to institute in this life is going to fail, is going to crumble, because you've attached yourself unknowingly to someone who is just draining you of whatever, your assets, everything, just because they're karmic, and you are not supposed to be in a long-term connection with this person, okay? All right. Let's see what else Spirit wants to say. I don't like that. That when that afraid to leave card, the feeling I get off of that, I don't like it. So those of you that are, you feel like you stuck in that type of situation, my heart goes out to you. I'm praying to you, praying for you. I hope you find the strength to walk away from these people, because these people I'm talking about, they don't mean you any good at all. Okay? So we have not talking showing up here, Pisces. It says you aren't communicating your needs clearly. You need to discuss how you feel. So you can't be afraid. I feel like a lot of you, this old person has you afraid to tell, like to set your boundaries and tell people how you really feel, because they manipulated you every time you tried to do that, every time you try to tell your truth. So Spirit is telling you, you have to make sure that's part of the healing. Is like loving yourself enough to know, hey, my fucking needs and my wants and what I bring to the table, all these things matter. And that if I'm not feeling a certain type of way, or I feel the need to say something, I have to be able to do that, because that's part of being in a relationship, right? You got to be authentically yourself. I talk about this all the time. Then we have not committed here. It says always chasing or being chased. You must be willing to commit to one person. So some of y'all, may have a problem with this or a fear of this, because you've been in so many fucked up relationships till you just like, how you'll go after somebody, or somebody will come after you, and then when the two of y'all caught each other, you like lose all interest. For some of y'all, that's what I'm picking up off of this. So if it's been that type of situation, it is because, you may be afraid, not afraid to leave, but afraid to love because of the things that you've been through. But Spirit is telling you that it's safe. It's safe for you to love this new person, okay? Because I hear, what is that? Mariah Carey. Okay, I'm going to sing it low. I give my all to have just one more night with you. I'm just doing it like that because I'm not going to hit them notes. What is it? I'd risk my life to feel your body next to mine, because I can't go on. That's what I hear. This is what I'm hearing. So this could be the old person singing this shit to you, or it could be the new person that's like that, about you, that's not going to want you to go anywhere, that's going to want to work this out with you. The new person, that's the person Spirit is advising you learn how to work things out with, not that old person. You're not supposed to. It's just that, like I told you, they were just a love lesson, and that's all. Okay, let's get a message from your person, see what they want to tell you, the new person. Okay. Should I give my all for your love tonight? That's what I hear. Whew. Okay, somebody in love with y'all, Pisces. Look. I'm in love with you. We have, I find your inner wisdom really attractive. So see, that matches up with the mind connection, right? That we talked about. And then you are the only one who manages to calm down my inner beast. So when this person is like heated, when they kirking out, when they crashing out or whatever, you're going to be the only person that's going to be able to bring this person back down, okay? You're going to be the only person that they listen to, okay? All right. Let's get this oracle card to clear, to clear it out? This oracle card to close it out is what I was meant to say. Okay. We got security. I still hear Mariah Carey screaming in my head. It says, what is yours will always be yours. This love is secured by the divine. So Spirit is telling you, don't be afraid to let go of the old shit, to walk away from certain things and stuff like that, because you got all this beautiful stuff awaiting you. And Spirit is telling you, don't be afraid, right? Don't be afraid to change your circumstances, because you have nothing but blessings waiting on you. Somebody who is already, I keep telling you, somebody who already fucking in love with you. So all you got to do is prepare yourself. I know it's easier said than done, right? In certain circumstances, but Spirit is telling you, This is about you. It's about self-love. It's about you being tired of the status quo and being willing to do whatever is necessary. Five of Swords, doing whatever you got to do to win at all costs in order to make sure that you are okay and you're going to be open and ready to be in this connection with this new person. Okay. All right, Pisces, that was your message. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. If you want me to read you at the end of any of the lives, the information is going to be in any of those live videos that I've already done, including whatever one I will be doing at that time. The information is in there as well. So I wish y'all nothing but the best, Pisces. Hang in there, my school of fish. And I hope that everything goes well. Just continue to work on yourself and don't give up hope. All right? Because Spirit is telling you this could be the one. And it's your true love coming towards you. Okay? Love you, Pisces. Bye.